I think.
Hello.
Yes.
Welcome to Rules is Fun, I assume.
Yeah. Boop, boop.
You assume.
You assume.
I assume.
I assume this is Rules as Fun. This is not one of the other
I
campaigns.
assume that we're live. I assume that we can actually.
There
I
we go.
also assume that this is Rules is Fun and that I'm not dreaming and wake up in a moment and realize that it's Sunday morning and I need to live my entire day again.
There's a movie about that.
Yeah.
There are
There's
several
several.
movies about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're Rules is Fun. We play Pathfinder. Well, these three play Pathfinder, and I am tasked with GMing it.
Get the rest of the world connected to.
And that's kind of all you need to know. So let's introduce characters.
Yeah.
All right.
You may all go and introduce yourself. Just tell me who you are, who your character is, and what they do,
Mhm.
or not. And with that, I also want you to tell me, and this may require a bit of background information.
Mhm.
I want to know. Oh, now I have to make a choice. Fine, I can do the other one next time. I want to know which one of the 11 orders is your favorite.
Oh, favorite. Okay.
Oh, this one is really hard.
For people who are new here and or do not remember everything that I say, because why would you? There are 11 orders that threaten Dreidan at all times. And it's kind of the categorization of the monsters around. There is the Order of the Hidden, which contains the deceivers, manipulators, and those with mental powers. There is the Order of Perfection, which includes any kind of angelic creatures that think that humanity and all other civilized common races are basically the worst thing ever and should be wiped out. There is the Order of the Wild, which includes all animals and moving plants. The Order of Monsters, which includes monstrous creatures, usually the intelligent ones. Things like half humans. I want to say lycanthropes, but that's another one. There's the Order of Torment, which includes fiends, so demons, devils, all that kind of not great stuff. The Order of the Mad, which includes all kind of strange alchemical oozes and complicated constructs and golems, and one mad scientist. There's the Order of Serpents, which includes all snake-like creatures and draconic creatures. The Order of the Dead, which includes the undead. The Order of the Prime Eve, which includes fey creatures, elementals, and other creatures that are ancient beyond measure.
Including hags.
Including hags, because hags are fey in this world. There's the Order of the Tribe, which basically contains like humanoid tribes who've decided to join the side of the Order, but they are still humanoids. And finally, there is the Order of the Night, which is the newest one and kind of an odd one out because it includes werewolves and vampires, which would fit in other orders, but they decided that they were good enough to have their own order.
Pretentious. Okay.
It should give you enough time to think about it.
Yeah.
I think I got my answers.
I've also got mine, and that's very fortunate because, as per usual, I go first. Hi, I'm Merel. I'll be playing Alice Saif for a full name. Your resident stabby bookworm. It's so much easier to introduce like that because I may get in combat, but I don't really do that much. Mostly, Alice is the walking library of the group. I was going to say brains, but she is not. She's not the wisest of the party. In fact, quite the opposite, as you may see below here. I think about here. No, here. Somewhere
I'm
here.
the wisest. That's so cool.
So, teleporting around and reading stuff, knowing stuff. That's my job. And as an alchemist herself, Alice's favorite order. It's gonna be monsters. It's gonna be monsters because there's the most variety possibly. There's a lot of different kinds. There's so much material to read. There's so much
we're going to
material.
go for the Order of the Mad. I kind of expected it.
What? Because the mad scientist?
Yeah,
Because alchemy.
Yeah.
But no, alchemy she can do better herself. I think.
Fair enough.
They're definitely interesting. Like all monsters are interesting. There is a reason that knowledge monster is my literal highest skill aside from alchemy, which I get free ranks in and free bonuses too. So yeah, knowledge monster is that Alice loves any kind of creature that threaten Dreidan to know about them. Monsters are definitely the most interesting. So yeah.
All right.
We go where the books are, as I said last week.
Yeah. I'm Robert. I'm playing Orgelmere, a giant gladiator / well, actually in an armature, but mostly a gladiator. Drawing weapons very quick, attaching instructive blasts to them, and doing a F-ton of damage. And favorite order. I actually have two because my personally as Robert is the Order of Affection because it just feels very 1984. Like the Ministry of Truth is propaganda, and now the Order of Affection is oh no, we hate all of these humans. Which
perfection.
Yeah, I think
perfect.
The Order of Perfection.
Come on,
Not affection.
I thought it was affection because that stuff felt so good. So, okay, then
nope, it's the Order of Perfection because it's filled with beings that think they're all great.
Scratch that answer. All right, and
no longer your favorite order.
Well, mine or his favorite, I think, is the Order of the Tribes because it just reminds him because he's a tribes person himself. Not of that order, I think.
No.
You're in Dreidan.
No.
Not every tribe is of that order.
No,
especially not giant tribes. But there are giants that may be part of the Order of the Tribes.
And as a giant, I guess, kind of humanoid, but just bigger.
Trolls have been part of the Order of the Tribe, for example?
Yes, because trolls are humanoids, which is something that I really like. Trolls, according to the system, are not monsters. They're just people.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit bigger and weird.
That was actually the eighth reason I thought of last session why I didn't want to kill those trolls. It's because it just felt kind of kin to them, I guess. Kind of, a little bit.
Well, we killed them anyway.
Yeah. Threw a hag at them. It was glorious. Check last episode.
All right.
Speaking of hags.
Hey. I'm H.C. Mills. H does not stand for hag. God. Anyway, I played Nyx, who is a shapeshifter. And possibly the son of a hag. We're not sure yet. That's what we've heard. He's an elementalist, a shapeshifter. He fights by striking his enemies with burning claws. Some people call him the Kitten of Fury. Nyx would never use
some
that term
people.
himself, of course.
Some
people. Anyway. And I think Nyx's favorite order would be the Order of the Wild. That's one of the animals, right?
Yes.
The Wild? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nyx.
It is so far the most underwhelming order of all.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly because Nyx used to at least prefer animals over people. He's getting used to people by now, but you know.
Good kitty.
Yeah.
All right. Last time, as has been discussed already, you did have a fight with a couple of trolls, with a hag who either you convinced her to join your side or she convinced you to join her side. It's not quite clear which one of the two it was. Who helped you clean up these trolls so you could free a couple of your fellow guild members. After which you tried to stab said hag and she turned into a tree.
Only
as
him.
you do.
Only he tried.
And And then you went off on your scheduled scouting mission and encountered a strange creature in a place of shadows who gave you an obsidian longsword along with the task to kill a local vampire who resides in a nearby castle called Castle Norgrim, and who has a mastery of illusion and mind control.
I was vulnerable to the lightning, right?
Yes, he managed to get his usual weaknesses that vampires normally have out of the way, but in exchange became more weak to lightning.
Okay.
And can only be killed by a piece of obsidian instead of a wooden stake.
Which is why we've got the obsidian short
Can
sword.
can also be
Sword.
killed in other ways, but an
It's
obsidian sword
particularly
is the
effective.
easiest among them.
Yeah, the obsidian long sword. That's a short sword for you.
For me, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And we will pick up at the end of that day, because I do not remember exactly where we left off. The scouting has finished, other than the patch of darkness and the strange person who made camp you encountered. Not much was going on. And as you return to that place with the caravan, you see that the darkness is gone along with the encampment and the person.
I was
In the
starting to disappear
evening,
last time, I believe.
yes.
Yeah.
In the evening, you make camp on a rare dry spot in these marshlands.
Right.
Good, that was on the map.
And there you are.
Did we already settle on what we were going to tell the general? I think we were going to tell him. We were going to tell him like that we've had word that our assignment to visit Castle Norgrim was extended, and that we can inform him about more later.
Yeah.
We'll just inform him everything he wants to know. He's
Because there might be listening ears.
He's a wise man. He knows what to ask and especially what not to ask.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Then probably by the time that the caravan gets there, we'll have scouted ahead a little bit and come back and report to the general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The general will greet you. Seems to be kind of just wrapped up in business, making sure everything goes right with the caravan. Spending a day trying to reassure the other team, and making sure that they will be ready to go out there again soon, as well as taking over part of the watch that they would have had now.
Yeah.
Right.
I do want to check up on them later after we talk to the general, just see how they're doing.
Should we
Right.
make some more of that one herbal drink? Like, I've got some herbs.
That would be good.
It's sort of like a bit more calming, a bit more comforting.
You do the tea thing, I do the talking thing, and Nix will
Sounds
do
great. Being cute thing?
Watch it. I will.
Of course.
I will transform into a chair. I'm still working on it.
Is the texture starting to change? Like,
Yeah.
You just do you, Nix.
Sure.
Okay, let's first talk with the general.
yeah.
Right. You approach him. He raises his eyebrows as he turns to look at you. Stops in his tracks. carrying a log from somewhere to another place. Not quite clear what he's doing, but it's a general. He's probably doing something useful.
Mm-hmm.
We came to report on the darkness that we encountered before. It was the only thing that we encountered. We didn't return before because it collapsed, disappeared. We did receive information, however, about the possible assignment to Castle Norgrim. That it may or may not be extended.
All right. Very well. In a couple of days, I say a couple of days, about a week, a little bit less, we will arrive. We will get closer to the nearby village. Perhaps that might also be a source of information.
That seems like an excellent jump-off point.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Thank you. Is there anything we can do to help?
Well, just continue your duties. You've done the scouting for the day, so I would say you've already helped more than enough.
Wait, we're gonna serve some warm herbal drinks. Might help settle Team 38 down as well.
Sounds like a good idea. Good luck.
Good day.
Thank you, sir.
You too. Alright, I'll go set up a pot somewhere. Start brewing some herbs.
And I'll find Team 38 with Nyx.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Team 38 is still kind of in shock, but they seem to be doing better. Yeah, they just need some time. It was for some of them the first time that they ever got into, life-threatening danger. So it's something that they will need to handle. But on the other hand, it is part of the job.
Yeah. Which ones were actually abducted of the 6? Because I know a few of them by now. I know Nyx knows Isp and Leb. And I know that Cadric Fall was the shy one of the bunch.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's also as much information as I have.
I do know that I have it written down somewhere, but I...
All right.
There we go. Isp is one of the ones who was actually caught.
All right.
Oh, am I?
Then Nyx will be going over to talk with him. See how he's holding up.
Yeah, he's doing... I wouldn't say all right, because that would be a little bit too easy to just write it off. But he is handling it, trying to focus on the fact that they got out and actually survived and weren't eaten by trolls, instead of on the fact that it happened, and kind of making preparations of what to do in the future when they get into similar situations to that one, trying to prevent it from ever happening again.
That's good, learning from it.
Nix will tell him. No, actually, I once bit off my own hands to get out of shackles. But yeah, maybe you shouldn't though. That's probably only handy if you can heal yourself.
Handy.
Probably wouldn't recommend it. Actually, it was very painful.
I will take note.
Good.
Might be good to have some lockpicks on you. I mean, I'm not sure if you could have gotten out that cage undetected, though.
Yeah, probably hard.
You couldn't even get close to it with teleporting. There was no way of getting out undetected.
Just something I thought about.
Still good. Still just good practice to have some things on your body hidden away.
All right.
At least we'll come by soon with some tea. Still come you guys out.
Alice is looming over her cauldron. There's just sort of wind catching her hair, so she might look a little bit like a hag right now over cauldron with some steam coming off. And this sylph breeze. She is not paying attention to anyone or anything. She is cooking.
Is she cackling?
No.
Okay.
She's probably talking to herself though. She's probably talking to herself.
Oh yeah.
Like,
speaking of the hag, have you told us about that? We know about that she came and talked to a guard, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know. I'm not sure if you guys know.
and then you told us.
Told us about that?
I told the general, and they told me. I'm not sure if you guys know.
All right. Well, then I'm not keeping an eye out.
Fair enough.
Maybe you should though.
If at least you didn't arrive at tea yet, right? Or
No, it's probably like minutes before. Like, she is being perfectionist with it. It's not the same as it was before. That's the problem. It needs to be fixed. It's the exact same. And so it takes a bit. But then
I'll
she
take
will.
Nix apart while she's doing that. Just
No. You take him aside. You take him apart.
I take
Maybe
him aside.
Nick might be able to take him apart.
This before.
I am
That's
big enough to take him apart, but I
party
won't.
members apart, unless they
That's fine.
specifically ask for it.
Maybe
making
once I
sure
can transform into an
at
object.
such a distance that we are not overheard.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Nix.
Yeah.
He said something about mind control, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm not the most resistant to that. I mean, I can take hits, and even with this heavy armor, I'm very capable of diving out of the way. But mind control and illusion, that's going to be tricky.
Okay. Yeah.
So, just wanted to give you some pointers that if I get mind control, then where to hit me, and just get me on my knees. Because that's the thing. I mean, you can't push me back, or you just have to get me to the ground. You can just hit my face.
Okay.
So attack me behind the knees, get me to the ground, get at eye level, get on a short distance, and just give it to me.
This is, well, that's it. Thanks for the advice, I guess. To be honest, I think I would just try to outrun you if you got mind control.
I have a gun.
Until, okay. Well, at least try and get out of the way until you snap out of it, more or less, instead of trying to pummel you in the face. I think I would probably, prefer that kind of.
By the way, the guns in this setting are not as sophisticated. They're not like modern guns. They're more like, early gunpowder weapons.
Yeah.
Yes, you have a gun. Guns don't do very well at long distance.
No,
having a bow would have been way more dangerous.
Yeah, That's actually a fair point. If you are at a distance, you're more difficult to hit. I can generally hit something at 40 feet. After that, I can still do something to extend that range, but that will slow me down a bit too, which is also good.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Oh, I really hope it doesn't come to that.
I am generally quite okay at withstanding mental effects. I mean, I kind of lost it back in that tomb with the fear induced by that freaking Archon Hound thing. But generally, I should be okay.
Good.
I hope, for your guys' sakes, I will be.
I'm actually not sure what I'm more afraid of. You guys taking down me or me guys taking down you?
I guess it's
I can take a few hits, but if
easier
I
to
get
live
a
with
very good
being
hit
the
at you
victim.
guys, then it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. Well, we
So
don't
I just
know what
wanted
kind
to.
of mind control. Maybe he just controls other things to attack us. Directly trying to control your opponent is not easy.
Let's hope. I'm not sure. I wanted to talk to you. I'm not sure if I could get Alice to attack me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could have her chase me and hit me if I say something stupid.
Definitely.
But actually hitting me to kill me, or at least get me down.
Knock you out. Yeah. Yeah, it would probably be hard. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it. I just prefer it wasn't necessary.
I mean, there's a joke somewhere about, oh, if only you could. But...
Is there? Is there, though? All right. We'll find out someday in the arena.
That would be fun. That could be a good fight, actually.
I think it'd be an interesting match.
The giant fighting the changeling. Ooh. There could be a good story behind that. I'm not sure if the crowd would have you as a villain, though. I'm not sure if you could be a good villain.
I could try.
You could be like this anti-hero. That's always a good crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Like we're in a fight, and then it boils down to it, and then you respect each other, and then the actual villains come, and then we team up, and then we take them down.
Ooh.
See, that's a story.
That is pretty good.
At this point, Alice probably has gotten up and knows, like, oh, they're gone. Oh well, I'll just start handing out mugs. So that's going on in the background.
All right.
I think you're now seeing Orgomir actually miming out the story.
I mean, it's not unusual, so I'll just continue handing out mugs.
Yeah.
You talk with your hands a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ix will eventually get distracted by the smell coming off the mugs and will be like, hey.
And dinner.
Dinner? Oh, dinner?
Yeah. Dinner is eventually served. As happens every night when you have an actual cook with you. Yeah. Anything you want to do in that evening?
No, not particularly.
No.
I think at least at some point Link brings up. So this is the second time that I've made these drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Would you classify this as cooking?
I don't think making drinks is cooking. Is it?
If someone made you tea, would you say they were cooking?
Oh no. Dang it!
I guess you do
boiling water.
Yeah, but I'm also boiled. At least my brother said that alchemy also wasn't cooking, so he claims I can't cook.
Technically, if you boil and you add things to it, that sounds more like alchemy.
Yeah, but that's also what you do with potatoes, right? You boil water and you add potatoes to it.
Yeah, but you don't drink the water. You eat the potatoes.
I think that's actually very distinct difference, yeah.
I mean, you could drink the water, I guess. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. It's just
Then in that case, cooking is very wasteful. And
I hope something's
it's-
stopping you if you try it.
Do you
you
eat the tea
mash them
leaves?
like so. It's if you like
Do you
have
eat the
water,
tea
then you
leaves
add
if you make
potatoes and
tea?
you mash them.
Do you eat the tea leaves when you make tea?
I'm with Nick on this
Occasionally,
one.
yes.
What?
Really? Why?
Why?
Well, it depends on the kind of tea leaves that you're using.
Hmm.
Some of them are actually perfectly fine to drink.
Okay. Well,
This may be why people complain when I make them tea.
Because you're eating their tea leaves out of their mugs?
No, because then they may not like the tea leaves. I promise I will never make you tea.
how did you get to
We
this?
did, well,
Shoot,
that
I don't mind
escalated
you
very
making me
quickly.
Just don't make me potatoes.
Well,
Don't cook me tea and don't boil me potatoes.
don't make me potato tea. How about that?
Yeah, that's a good
pull it
one.
out to
That's a good one.
that seems
Don't
like a
make me
reasonable
potato
thing.
tea.
That's
Sure.
a good compromise.
Seems like a reasonable choice.
Sure.
So yeah,
Anyway. Yeah,
So
I think
we've had our
Garden
banter
or-
for the night.
we're gonna go
Yeah.
to bed, I think. Yeah.
Right. You go to bed. The next morning, breakfast is served once again. Good, healthy
Potato?
breakfast because you're all on travel.
Mhm.
Yeah, it has potatoes.
You rolled for it. Nice.
Um,
Okay.
Today's guard duty for you. Is there anything specific you want to do, or something specific you want to keep an eye out for?
Get new herbs.
Hags.
I think Ori is also keeping an eye out for either the hag or anything from the castle that might be spying on them instead.
All right. You may all make me a perception check.
Nice. Let's roll the knight for us.
Ooh. Pretty good.
Okay. 16.
I've got a 24.
Well, thank goodness you guys did, because I got an 8 with a natural
Right.
1.
Where's your natural 20 on your
Natural
guard?
1?
Wow.
I mean, those natural 20s had to turn at some point.
Yeah.
The guard duty natural 20s.
Wait, you had a natural 20 HC?
No. I had a 17.
Okay.
All right. So, Alice, you are looking out for herbs, and you find several. Some of which you think might not even be poisonous. You do eventually discover that you somehow have, while gathering herbs, you've somehow managed to get yourself quite far away from the cavern, and you spend like an hour trying to find back the path and the cavern, the caravan. Sorry.
Yeah, my navigation skills are not great. At least
Don't
it's
worry,
a
my
bit
typing
distracting.
skills are either.
When she's hungry, she'll get back here.
Neeks,
Yeah, sure.
you're quite sure there are no hags nearby or around.
Or bad.
And,
I guess I can't ask any questions either. Yeah.
and Ori, no signs of hags, but also not really any signs of anything that has to do with the nearby castle. Nearby, the castle that's a week travel away. So nearby is a relative term.
Okay.
No monsters, no ambushes. Rather peaceful day.
Easy
Well,
peasy.
how's the landscape changing? Or is it not?
Still marshlands. Seems to get a bit thicker, and the weather is it's getting a little bit less cold around here. But it's mostly getting more and more wet.
Like home.
Yes, like home.
It's always raining in Dreidan.
And the you can see clear patches of fog and mist that appear and disappear every now and again. It shouldn't take too long before you get to the mist walls that are nearby.
Okay.
Does Team 15 report anything interesting?
Not really. There was some kind of mud elemental on their way, but they have dealt with it, but not something really special.
Okay. Not that surprising.
All right.
There's a lot of mud around.
Alright.
So, end of the day, you make camp. This camp needed. It's a camp that's made a little bit earlier in the evening, and you can quickly see why. Because you get to a place where the water in the marshes is high enough that you basically always travel over a bridge, and the camp actually needs to be prepared, and like planks and basically an entire wooden support structure needs to be built so that the camp can stay here safely for the night.
Mm-hmm.
We don't sink and float away or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So helping with the construction.
I think that with the wagons that you're traveling with, floating away isn't really the problem. Sinking is very much the problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Alice is definitely fascinated by the structure and just sort of
Mm.
engineering and math.
Just watching, not helping. Yeah, got it.
You know, she doesn't want to get in the way. Like the people who are sitting there.
Yeah, I
I've done
heard
it
that one
before.
before.
What? I mean, if someone asks her to help, she will absolutely help.
Sure. No, okay.
It does now become very clear why the general was carrying around logs last night. That's for this.
Right.
Or we're doing the heavy lifting.
So it's Nix. Okay, he's gonna if Ori picks up a big log, Nix is gonna try and find a bigger one.
Make me an opposed strength check.
Sure.
The post track. Okay, let's do this.
All right. I'm giving myself a strength enhancement for this. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
That's a 25.
Yeah, against my 22, I think that will work.
Right, yeah, you do find a bigger log.
Nice.
Alice will just sort of tell as she watches both of you approach. You guys, those logs are too big. You can't actually get them properly in the ground. They are useless. They are useless over here. You need them over there. As you point like at the farthest point from the camp.
All right. Firewood.
Why were you picking the big log? We only needed.
You picked a big log. I figured I'd pick a big log. I mean, you.
Do you go over to the other place to place the logs there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, you place the logs there. You see one of the guards, who is carrying a big log as well, walking to the place that you just came from and kind of look weirdly at you and like putting the log into the ground right there.
Right. I think we're being messed with. Okay.
At least it's nowhere to be found.
Eventually, there is a decent support structure for all the wagons.
Good.
The fire is carefully made because this, the structure is now made out of wood. But doesn't need to be carefully made that much because everything here is pretty damn wet. So it's more smoke than fire.
I'll offer a bottle of alchemist's fire.
Nope.
I've got a temporary one prepared.
Nope.
This is a very contained. I can set it off very contained.
Still,
Do it.
No.
Why not?
I'll offer it to whoever's making the campfire. Not to Ori.
The one who's making the campfire looks at you and says, "I'm quite sure that alchemist's fire burns very strongly, very quickly, and then, dies down again."
Yeah, but it's to dry out the wood.
I mean, could work. Could also do damage.
True.
I think we're fine with this. It's just speak of smoke. It's not too much to worry about.
Brought you.
And
Not enough,
before
right?
anyone is going to make a comment that the large pillar of smoke might attract unwanted attention, I would like to tell you that we are traveling with a very big caravan. They would have seen us already.
I
Yeah.
wasn't going to say anything.
Good.
Turn to Ori,
Ordering
give Ori a very significant look.
Hey, I'm a giant. If someone would have seen me first before they see the smoke.
not that
You may
big.
make me a perception check. Or any one of you who is still paying any sort of attention.
17.
19.
Yeah, Nix is not paying attention.
All right. Alice and Ori, you both see that the fire, even though this person just rejected the alchemist fire, the fire does far better than you had expected.
Should be good.
Does he have craft fire or something? No, you don't know.
Destruction sphere.
That is cool. That works.
Profession fire.
How does that work? Knowledge fire.
About the same as perform fire, I would say.
Perform fire. That could actually be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the juggling and such. That would be cool.
Anyway, anything you want to do this evening?
Nope.
Just practice reading, probably, for Nix. Writing.
Or he'll just stick close if he needs help, but not saying anything till he hears something. Giving a side eye.
Yeah, he's kind of like scribbling, and then if I don't know.
All right. And then comes the day of rest.
Oh yeah, we hadn't had one of those in a long time.
Yeah, we had one. Then a hag.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, then
and
a
then
bunch of
we had to
trolls.
fight the troll and the hag.
kidnapped Team 38.
Usually Elise is up before you and already making alchemy. This time you find her like with her sets of alchemy things prepared, lying on her bed, staring at the ceiling, and as one of you gets up, she's like, I've got nothing to do today. Like nothing at all.
Isn't it great?
Nix is definitely gonna go wave out Team 38 and be like, bye! Don't get captured again! Yeah. I have to.
For the breakfast!
None of them are packing.
Oh, fair.
Great.
Or will
But yes, that might change during breakfast.
Sure.
Once again, hearty breakfast.
Yeah.
Good for the body, good for the soul, blah, blah, blah.
You have a very sadistic side to you, Nix.
I thought I was the mean one of our group.
I mean, I had to tease him a little.
You're
I mean,
all the mean
We
one.
had to
Yeah,
rescue
maybe.
the asses.
Probably.
Mean one.
You are, though.
How?
Remember that
Horrible.
noble? Remember that noble that you sold a piece of
No, that was me.
fake
Mhm.
construct? Yeah, okay. He did all the talking though.
True.
That was just
So
fun.
that was fun. That's not particularly mean.
Remember the hag that you stabbed
That was
She deserved
and then
it.
turned into a tree?
Kind
She
of.
deserved it for what?
We don't know.
She eats babies.
We don't know that.
That's straight up racist.
She probably eats babies.
Some giants eat babies too. Should I kill you?
If I'm that sort of tribe, I'm that sort of giant, you may try.
Not
Well,
only
she
do I
might
not
not
have
have.
anything to do, but you guys are having the most pointless discussion ever. How am I going to get through this day?
Oh, I have a good one. You can try and find our weak spots.
What? Please don't.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, do. Then I can remove them.
Yeah, exactly.
I've already removed most of
So
my weak
study
spots.
us intently during the day, how we move, how we talk, and then if you find a weak spot, then tell us.
Try kicking me between the legs. Do it.
Why would I? If I do it now, you expected. That's a
Or he will
terrible
try
idea.
and kick Nick between the legs.
Sure. Yeah.
Make me an attack roll.
What do I ask? Strength?
It's an unarmed strike. You're proficient with those. Just add, make a strength-based attack roll.
All right. Fair enough.
How much?
Natural one.
Nix is paying attention.
Well,
You try to kick Nix in the crotch, but you try to do it so subtly that you do not manage to take your balance. And for the other two of you, you're having this conversation, and just suddenly, Marty just floors it.
I found a weak spot.
what are you doing?
I'm miring the floor, the ground.
Okay.
Make me a perception check.
If you find a round stone with a swirling pattern on it,
Dirty 20.
Oh,
Dirty 20. It is a remarkable, decent piece of floor that you landed upon. You're quite sure this is the lock you have carried yesterday.
I remember you. I carried you yesterday.
Anyway, like I said,
What?
I've removed most of my weak spots.
So, no, just keep an eye out and see if we make any. You see anything like that? Sound like a plan?
probably.
I mean,
But
it does
keep me on the
involve staring at us intently. Can you handle that?
I mean, yeah. You guys do notice that I study our opponents in combat as well, right?
Yeah, but it's like, aren't you just gonna? No, I'm not even gonna go there. Sorry.
No, I'm not going to mentally undress you. Thank you. I already get enough of that when you get out of bed in the morning. Thank you.
Yeah, please don't have that look in your eyes that your noble friends do. Please, please. No.
They're so weird.
They're gonna be so jealous of you. You have seen me undress.
Oh God, no! I don't want to talk to them. Please don't ever tell my.
I will never tell them. But if you really want to, like, insult someone or like have weak spots
Please
for them,
don't. Please
you can
don't.
do it.
I will
I
never
don't.
hear the end of it. Like all of those. I want to say a really bad word. They are not my friends. Just to be clear, like, the people that are interested in that, they are generally not my friends. They make fun of me in
Even
school.
better than you can just.
No, because then they'll want to be my friend, and that is worse.
Fair enough.
I found good friends. I got you guys. I got my old friends. I got everyone I need. I have a library.
That's not friends.
Books are friends.
Books are not friends.
Books are absolutely
No,
Sometimes
only Cody. Only Cody.
Books are
That's
friends,
the only
not
book
food.
that can be a
Books
friend.
are friends, not food.
Nix. For some people, books are friends. Okay.
Are we sure? Don't
I'm
you think
very,
we should just merge
very,
this?
very sure. Looking at him very intently.
All right, books can be friends.
There
I
you
guess. I mean, I
There
wouldn't
you go.
know. I can hardly read.
Wait, you can barely read? You never told us!
I actually did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. I think it came out like a few sessions ago. That's weird.
Yeah, you were talking about like that you couldn't read Elise's journal. That's when you mentioned it. If you want, I could also help you. You speak Ignan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, I could help you with that.
What do you mean?
I'm a terrible teacher, but I do read and write Ignan.
You can write Ignan?
Yes?
There are letters
Yes.
for that? Huh.
Yes. They're kind of similar to Oren, just like they're a bit more sharpish and lots of like independent pieces.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'll leave you two to that. I'll just assist the guard duty in a way.
You're supposed to rest.
Yeah,
I
you're
will
supposed to
also
rest.
rest. I will also rest.
Right.
He's just gonna crack jokes with the guards again, isn't he?
Maybe.
You should
you
distract
didn't
guards.
already say while I was walking. Maybe.
Don't drink too much.
I won't.
You're going to sneakily assist the guard duty.
No, just at some point, just looking if there are like spots where the guards are not walking, then walk there and then have rest.
I think after like 3 minutes of Alice's teaching, next you will figure out that she is a terrible teacher. And you really want to give it up.
Can I focus on one thing, please? I'm trying to get this letter.
Yeah,
right.
but this connects to that. So if you want to understand this, you need to understand that. And that
Oh
makes
my
sense
God.
only if you put it into place. Just read this.
Just the difference between Ori very patiently and very carefully and very subtly and very.
Alice is trying to be considerate, but her mind just works so differently.
Yeah.
She is trying really hard. She's just really bad at it. And then she will, like, after 3 minutes, you realize how bad she is, and after 5 minutes, she realizes, like, how bad she is.
Oh.
It's like, I told Ori I'd be a terrible teacher. This is a Traveler's Dictionary. You might want to ask Ori.
Thanks.
Apparently, I'm going to learn Ignan.
You don't have to. You just have to help Nix read the Traveler's Dictionary.
Okay.
While doing that, I'm probably going to learn it myself.
Sure.
Which is not inconvenience, since not a lot of people speak Ignan, which means we'll have a language in which we can communicate with each other.
Hmm.
So,
I can help you with the pronunciation.
I can maybe help you by giving you books.
I don't know how it is for other people, but I find learning pronunciation from written text extremely hard.
Yeah, that's why there's Nix. Nix can teach you pronunciation, and I will give you poetry in Ignan once we get back to Dreidan, because I did not bring Ignan poetry with me.
Why not?
Because why would you?
Yeah, because I had a limit of taking 6 books with me, and I read all of them on the first day.
We can buy a book when we get to like.
I'm supposed to
Right,
travel
that's
lights. You also have my book of letters, by the way.
Oh yeah, travel lights, and then bringing 5 bottles of alcohol.
Well, I mean,
I
once they're
don't
gone,
think it was
it'll be
ever
light.
specified that you had to travel light.
No, I don't think so either. We have a big carriage.
I will also
It's
take
more that it's assumed because
Yeah.
strikers usually travel light.
I will also take like the time of the day to definitely for Ori. I would like to try and assume blood control over you.
All
I've
right.
never done it, but you're allowed to let it take you over, or you can make a saving throw.
Okay, so what are you going to do to me?
I'm trying to assume blood control. Like, no, not telling you in advance. Like, at
Alright.
least at some point, like, there's the cloud of powder, and you will start like a sensation overcoming you. So that's
Okay,
a fortitude
if I don't know what's happening, then I'm going to make a fortitude save, definitely.
Makes sense.
That's a natural 24, 27.
Yeah, no.
You don't even notice afterwards what's happening.
I just keep walking and didn't know what's happening.
Try the same for Nix.
You're not telling me?
Not telling you. Like,
Okay, yeah. Nix
I
will
would-
definitely react badly to this and also kind of jump up and like, what's going on? Let's see. That is, I rolled a 14 for a.
we make it.
That's
You
21.
don't know. Maybe it has a negative modifier. You don't know.
Doesn't have a negative modifier on saving throws.
21.
The save DC is 15. All right.
Could you technically have a negative saving throw?
You could.
Level 1?
You have to try your best, but you could.
Yeah.
You could easily have so at level 1 or 2. After that,
You have
it
weak
gets
saves.
harder.
Yeah.
And you need a negative 2 modifier on one ability check, and that also have to be your bad stat.
So your
Yeah,
conclusion
Nix
is now it
have
doesn't
any
work on
bad
giants?
saves. So for Nix's class, it would not be able. Wouldn't even be possible at level 1.
Yeah, no, my conclusion now is, alright, Ori is definitely tough. Nix is also no. Actually, Nyx also has a +7. Yeah, both of you are very tough to also gain blood control over, as everything else is apparently.
Yes,
If you just
apparently.
asked me.
I mean, if you're bleeding, I will ask you and say like, "Let me assume blood control so I can stop your bleeding from a distance." Or, I really want to keep track of you within like close range. Know exactly where you are because it's dark or something of the sort. If you're not behind total cover,
Sure.
let me assume blood control so I can track you to like a foot precision. Basically, by the end of the day, she will sort of decide like, okay, so this. She literally has me written up like a report on both of you.
How else are you testing us? Are you like throwing stuff at us or something?
No, just observing. I mean, the same that I do now. I probably have done like a study on you.
That's you.
Wait, you
Can
tried
I
to
do a
blood
study of
control?
both of them? Like, I know there's nothing gonna come out of it, but like I'm just gonna observe. I am good at this shit. So I'm like, or you have to make sure that if you're not balanced, make sure that you lean into your left side a bit more because you tilt slightly to the right. And
When you... Oh, that's a reason for that, but I'm not going to bore you with that.
Sure.
injuries?
No.
Yeah, basically, it's all sorts of like things that you're like, oh fuck, yes, I do that.
I am
It's
mostly
all-
curious, when did you try to blood control me? I didn't notice this.
Oh, and this was this cloud of powder. Like it was just once.
When did she do this? I didn't notice it. What happened? What?
Like an hour after we left.
Okay,
Maybe?
either I'm very resistant to this, or
No, I'm really bad at it.
I didn't want to propose that.
No, you're naturally resistant. There's some creatures are more resistant to it than others. Like for example,
Really?
I am very squishy and I'm not really good at resisting it. Neither is my family. So we're very squishy and generally are not very good at
Endurance
resisting
actually
it.
help for this?
No,
I have
endurance doesn't
no.
help for this.
Okay.
If you ask the question, does endurance help for this? It's probably no.
Okay.
Because it is endurance.
I'm sorry.
It's a feat, right?
Endurance is basically it helps against environmental effects. That's
Yeah.
the short of it.
Maybe it'll help you against sinking away in the marsh? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Makes it worse.
I can hold my breath longer when I'm underwater.
Yeah, you can hold your breath longer. I mean, it does help you in that you have no problems with the cold around here.
Mm-hmm.
So it is actually useful, but it's very much a background useful.
Yeah, well, it's also.
Alright. So anything else we're doing on the day of rest?
Don't think
No.
so.
Well, if you want to assume blood control, then
Oh no, I mean I know how to work with it. Like once I have it, I know what to do with it, and I don't want to hurt you, and you are not bleeding. So it's mostly the question of, can I do this? And the answer is no.
Bleeding is easily done.
Yeah, and it gives you. I mean, I'm also pretty good at making people bleed, but
Want to? Really?
no, I don't want to. I don't want to hurt you. That is not the point. The point was trying to test your resistances. This is the one that I can test. I mean, I would try and throw up illusions, but that is really tough magic that I have not really gotten the hang of. It didn't seem very useful, so I didn't read much into it. Like, I could probably cook up in powdered illusions and just have them react with air, probably, but...
I can create a glamour on myself. That's kind of illusion, but...
A glamour.
Yeah, glamour, sorry.
That is an
You would
illusion.
notice.
That is an
Let's see
illusion.
from the you have wait. What sphere is that?
Illusion.
Yeah, but in which build do you have the illusion sphere? In which
In general, I think.
really?
Just have it.
Oh, okay.
You've never used that before.
No.
And Ori will. I've used it to run away from the rock elementals, and Ori will use it.
For
And,
stealth, your stealth ability. Right.
Right.
Yep. And Ori will use it at that moment,
And what are you using it for?
just to show it.
Yeah, but what are you changing into? Come on.
I'm just eliminating sensation. I can't create something.
Oh.
I'm invisible, I'm silent, and I'm odorless, so you can't hear me say this.
Nix tries to turn his arm into the arm of a chair. Can you do this? Come on.
I flick Nix's ear.
Stop that.
Behave, guys. We're supposed to be professionals.
I'm just bored.
Same. Tomorrow's scouting again. That should be fun. And in a week, we're going to visit the castle. It's got all sorts of cool history. There's probably a library. It's a castle.
Team 38 doing well. Nix will be checking periodically to see if they return.
Yeah.
Check it.
Yeah, they haven't been caught by another group of frost trolls just yet.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, one of them is clearly trying to avoid you. You see him like the first time you arrive. You don't see him the second or the third time.
Which one is it? Which one?
Don't ask me these hard questions.
I want names. Give me names.
Names. All the names.
Give me all the names.
It's Altwin.
Uh-huh.
How far are we actually into our journey towards Iritis? Because the journey was going to take a month.
This is basically the exact halfway point.
Okay.
Nice. Alright.
I think. No, wait.
Maybe a weekend, maybe a bit more.
No, we're
It's roughly the halfway point.
Alright.
Depending on how quickly we can travel.
I mean, consistent travel.
Yeah, like the way this is going so far, it has been a very consistent pace of the caravan, and the general can tell you that you're about halfway there.
all right.
Right. Let's start getting a move on.
So, is there anything else you want to do in the day of rest?
No, I think we'll just sort of bug everyone in the evening with the fact that Nix and Elise are bored. So we'll have a lot of energy left.
Or he's just practicing with his new short swords, just to get a feel for it.
I spent a lot of time trying to improve my reading and writing, but at some point, Nix will.
Turning into a chair.
Yep. Very angry chair. No.
Robert! That was unnecessary.
Nix has excellent control over his body.
Robert, take 1 psychic damage.
Only 1 point?
Worth it.
Not worth it. Oh, I don't think that's gonna be it.
The evening falls. Dinner is served. Anything specific you want to do? You want to look out for someone you want to talk to?
No.
All right.
Altwin. No, I'm going to check if I can see him this time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not avoiding you that actively.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Dinner is served. The night falls. You're now on slightly more stable ground than last time.
He's not floating.
Yeah.
And head to bed. So we can get to scouting already.
Yeah.
Go to bed early.
The next day dawns. And quite early in the morning, you're being summoned.
Oh,
All right.
Reporting for duty.
we are out of the. Are we out of the marshes?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I thought we were going to be in here for like at least a week or something.
We're doing scouting. Yeah, I am going offensive today.
Sounds good.
Ori, wake up! Wake.
5 more minutes.
No.
No, we have to report. Come on.
All right.
I am leaving the caravan, but I will knock again in a minute. You better be dressed.
Okay, that's good. Oh, it's cool. I have my own snooze button.
Stabby snooze button. Maybe a toothpick to you, but it will make you bleed.
I don't think you're a snooze button. You're actually more like an alarm clock.
Or you roll me a d20.
17.
All right, you can get dressed pretty quickly.
Sure.
Are you coming? We need to go.
So when you want to knock, like, ready?
Yes. Nick's also dressed. Let's go.
Nix, come on, let's go. Let's hurry. You know.
I'm already outside.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch you dress.
Yeah. Neither does Elise. So Nixon Elise is just waiting outside for Ori. Ori turns back and says,
So Ori will say, Nix, come on, let's go, and then walk towards the general.
"What?" Elise is in front of you now.
Yeah.
You get to the caravan of the. I want to say chambers, but it's really just the wagon of the general.
Mhm.
The general has once again like maps laid out and pinned against the wall. All kind of notes, maps of the area, star maps, a stack of letters. There's actually an entire armor stand with a spare suit of armor, including spare weapons, that is in the corner of the wagon.
Ooh, pretty.
Even though he is currently fully armored. In his plate mail that is slightly gleaming blue.
Nix will at some point lean over to Elise and be like, at least we packed lightly. It's a good thing we packed lightly. Yep.
We need to fit 3 people in a carriage, not 1.
Yeah,
And the giant, too.
that's true.
Falls under people.
Thank you.
I should discuss the thing of like traveling lightly. The general goes over to like a cabinet full of drawers that seems to be located quite close to the door, and just pulls out a very long drawer with like swords and all kinds of weapons, almost like cutlery, neatly stored, laid out in a cabinet that is way too small to actually store it in. And he kind of like looks at some of them and like picks one up and takes it out and shoves the drawer back in.
We were told to report?
All right. Yes, you were. We are now approaching a piece of cold marsh that is known to be the domain of the so-called monster of cold marsh.
Oh.
That's a very creative name.
Yes, well, I do not make the names, unfortunately. It is, however, very descriptive. It's a monster that has been here for quite long. We've tried to get rid of it several times. We have succeeded, but it always seems to show up at a later time.
It regenerates, or there are more of them?
More than regeneration, we have not succeeded in getting rid of it at all. Truth be told, we also haven't really tried many times. Mostly, he poses a danger for people traveling through this specific piece of the Cold Marsh. It does not go out. It does not threaten anything else except for, well, people who come through here.
All right.
Do you want
we're
us to
supposed
specifically
clear it
take
of the
it
way,
out?
I guess?
Yes. It may be that we only arrive there tomorrow, but it may also very well be that we arrive there today. So just in case, I wanted to let you know, this creature's out here. Is known to be a tricky creature. Very creative, and usually surrounds himself with a wide variety of critters, including snakes, spiders, giant centipedes, and other often quite poisonous vermin.
Right?
Okay. What does the creature itself look like?
Well, I'm afraid that I can only describe it as strange. It looks... It looks kind of human-like in stature, but not by much else than that it is bipedal. It has quite a vicious maw and claws. It seems to be made out of plant matter or cover itself in it. It's not quite clear.
Known weaknesses, strengths. It's probably cold resistant, since it resides in the cold marshes.
No known weaknesses or strengths known so far. Mostly because the weaknesses that were discovered the first time were not present the second time or the third time, were present the fourth time, and who knows how it is now.
It adapts.
Right. Okay, so we'll have to find out.
We'll keep an eye out, General.
Good.
Then we'll be off.
Got a lot of distance, so we'll definitely make it there today.
Good luck.
Thank you. And when we're outside...
Once the carriage door closes, yes! This is fucking interesting.
I mean, yeah. Also dangerous, but I'm up for a good fight.
Dangerous, but interesting.
Better than boring. And safe.
Exactly. You okay, or you look very hesitant?
I don't like critters. I don't like swarms.
Swarms or worms?
Oh, neither.
Alright. Well,
I mean, give me a giant spider and I'll fight it. Easy. It is like 1,000 little spiders coming at you.
Alright, check your bandolier, please.
Alright.
You see, like, that bottle, that is a Tanglefoot bag. It might actually help in stopping those things from getting to you. See, that one, that is Alchemist's fire. It sets things on fire. Liquid ice slows things down. I got another set of those prepared. Holds up, like, the rack that she made today. Got another set of those.
I'm definitely throwing the fire if there are critters coming at me.
What batch did you make today?
I've got 3 salves, 1 alchemist fire, 1 liquid ice improved, and 1 bottled lightning. Bottled lightning improved and normal liquid ice.
All right.
Sorry.
Excellent.
Because I only have improved bottled lightning.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's what I have on me today. I decided to go offensive because was bored yesterday. I'm determined to not be bored today.
Still, I don't like them, so I'll just take out the monster.
Sounds
We'll
good.
try and keep other things away from you, but we'll do need to assess the situation.
Just let me know if you're going to throw fire at me, then I'll just go to my spear and get some resistance.
Yeah, you can get resistance to literally anything, right?
Almost everything.
I mean, because the most, like, if I'm throwing fire or ice, it shouldn't do much damage to you because I will always try to hit things next to you. The problem is the real problem starts when I'm gonna throw electricity against something that is behind you.
I mean, I can resist either acid or cold, or electricity or fire or sonic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got fire, cold, and electricity on me ready. There's also like the acids that we have on the bandolier, but I don't like using those. So the only one that really should do any harm to you, like more than a little bit of scorching, it's more than an insignificant amount of damage, is the lightning. It's very volatile, and it will.
I still have to know in advance. If I know in advance, then I can prepare. If I can't prepare, then I'm just gonna take the damage.
Alright. I'll try and warn you.
Good.
But I'm not good at sticking with one element. That is why I'm saying, like, if I'm throwing stuff, your preference should go to electricity damage.
And still,
No, sonic damage. Sorry, that is resistance to sonic damage. It emits like a shrieking when the bottle flies through the air and then explodes in electricity. But
I mean, if you got a good shot in, then I'm collateral damage.
No, you're not collateral damage, but you are very tough. So that,
And hard to miss.
I mean, the splash damage it usually does hit like.
It's very hard to miss with splash damage.
Yeah.
In that it always hits.
Might miss the target, but I always hit the splash damage. So.
I mean, I can remember one fight that the only damage I got was from you.
I said sorry for that.
I'm not blaming you.
We should go.
It's just a fun story.
We should go.
It's a fun story.
Right, so here you go.
I think it was session 2.
You may all make me a perception check.
Back then it was still 1 point of damage.
That is another natural 20. Wow.
21.
17.
Right, who is in front actually? What's your marching order?
Ori.
I think Ori would be in front with the swords drawn out.
Yeah.
Ori is your marching order.
Ori is at front,
but I think
at least does not do
probably-
marching orders and mixes
just a
the cat.
triangle. Like a triangular formation,
think
more or less.
I've always imagined the two of you are either like there.
Right.
Unless Nix is Bobcat.
Yeah, not right now, I think.
Yeah,
Then the bobcats in front.
Nix, before you even can really see anything, you suddenly smell a creature. It smells strangely much like toad.
Guys, there's something here. I'm smelling something weird. Toad-like?
Does that ring a bell?
Hasting and keeping an eye out.
I'm gonna concentrate on a strength enhancement probably and try and climb a tree, I think, for some better view. There are trees in the marsh, right?
Yeah, there are trees everywhere here.
Fair enough.
I am going to draw a rapier. A silver rapier.
Right?
And continue cautiously, I guess.
I wanted to take a look from up in the tree.
All right,
See if I can
perception check.
Spot the creature.
Okay.
Cool. That's a 19. Wow.
Good. Keep that die.
Oh,
Is it natural 19?
yeah. Oh, that's a natural 19. Yeah, that's 26.
All right.
Perception.
You climb in the tree and you look around and you see a little bit ahead of the road on the left side. There are two very large blue-colored toads
Okay.
that are
do I
sitting
know-
there and seem to be watching the path.
Do I recognize what kind of creature they are?
Knowledge monster.
So I have it. And now I roll a 4. Okay, I've got a 9 total.
They seem to be toads,
Yeah, figured.
but bigger.
I'm gonna climb down
blue.
and I'm gonna climb down and kind of like point them out to Elise, or maybe even get you to come up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look over there.
Okay.
What are those things?
Knowledge monster?
Yeah, knowledge monster.
And now I start rolling well. That's a 31.
Yeah,
A 31.
they're toads. No.
I mean, they are called glacier toads. They are special toads that are really big and adapted to cold. But other than that, they're actually big toads.
So they're not hostile by any means.
They are not like technically hostile creatures. They do have a tendency to eat anything that is smaller than them.
Just let them away. Like, teleport back down. So, those are glacier toads. They're not necessarily hostile, but we might want to lure them away from the path. Like, a good distance.
Can I scare them away?
They are size large,
Yeah, they are size large.
but they're also not just size large tall, they are also size large wide.
Yeah.
Which means that even Ori might be considered smaller to them.
Or is still considered the same size, namely.
Yeah,
size.
no, I mean, like, for the beastly mindset, like, they can eat Ori, right?
Nick's gonna climb down.
Give me a moment.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a large. I'm not sure they can.
I don't think they can eat Ori.
Maybe they can eat you, but
One bite, maybe.
but I can just try and scare them away, and if they're not scared away, then we attack them.
I was thinking, like, I teleport behind them, get attention, and just teleport, like, steps away as they try and follow me. 30 feet at the time.
Guys, there's predators waiting in an ambush along the road. Shouldn't we just kill them? And
That's why I said just get them away, scare them away, and if they're scared away, fine. And if they're not scared away, we kill them.
Yeah, sure, we can try.
Yeah. So if you guys can get in like an ambushy kind of,
I'm gonna go backing up in the tree.
yeah,
Yep.
that's perfect.
And
So you're
quick
both
ray
in the tree?
action.
Both in the trees.
You roll
I'm
my stealth
gonna-
checks.
Oh, yeah.
Are you technically sized?
I am now.
Not a great roll. Not a great roll.
No need to worry.
All right.
17.
Yeah, no need to worry.
Let's see. I've got not a great roll. 21.
Also, no need to worry. Ori, what you're doing?
First, I'll spend a spell point to keep my haste going,
Mm-hmm.
and then approach to 30 feet, and then I'm going to use a full round action called Strike Fear. Where I expend martial focus to make an intimidate check to demoralize all targets within 30 feet.
Fucking hell.
Let's see if it scares them away.
Of you who can both see and hear you.
All right, go ahead. Make me an
Intimidate check.
Oh,
Okay,
so
that's-
this works.
That's a 13, so that's a 27.
All right. They look at you.
So
And one of them starts to hop off, and then the other one looks back at you, and hops after his friend.
Okay.
Just try to keep an eye that they properly get like good distance.
They better hop away.
Yeah, they get quite a distance away.
Right. Appear next to Ori. You are properly terrifying when you do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Take a moment to breathe. Get my martial focus back.
We should probably mark this spot just in case and report back, let them know that at this spot we found some giant toads laying in an ambush in case they do hop back later behind us.
I can draw a page from the back of my journal, put it on the tree, like right on it. Beware, blue toads. They will eat you if you're smaller.
Yeah,
Sure.
scare away.
I don't think most people will be able to scare them away.
General can.
They look too much like food.
General can be very scary.
General is also food-sized.
I can't wait for you to write that in your report and give that to him.
I'm not going to write that in my report. I'm telling you that. And if you will tell him, then I will tell you that you. If you tell him this, I will tell him that you lied.
But who is he going to believe?
Anyway.
I can be very convincing if I want to be.
I think that the better question is he going to care?
That's actually a very good question.
Anyway. Yeah, we should probably the next time
fight
we
avoid
report
it's always a
let
survival.
them know about this.
We should just continue. Let's go on.
They're scared away.
Right.
They're scared
You
of one
continue
giant.
onward. And that's where we will take a short 50-minute break.
Yeah.
I think it was like a few sessions ago where you asked me what's your character's biggest fear, and then I think one of my biggest fear was like tiny critters.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Why are you using this against me?
Alright, we'll be
Hey,
back.
I never said anything about tiny critters.
Oh, then it's okay.
True. I mean,
And it's
yeah,
fine.
we'll see.
As long as the spider's a giant, I'm fine.
We'll be back.
Yes.
15. Alright, see y'all.
Yay!
Right. Yeah. Hey. Hello. We're live. I hear.
We may or may not have tried to kill Chris over the break.
You may or may not have succeeded. I have returned from the dead as a manifestation of this campaign, like the monster of Goldmarsh. Speaking of which, you continue on your journey, I assume.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Like it jumps out of the bushes.
That was good. Like getting us back on the rails before we can derail you. Let's go.
She's
Before-
derailing me.
Don't
Sorry?
challenge me at all. Challenge me.
You just continue on your way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, occasionally, like, the occasional report-ins, and so, like, we go. What did we say again? We go like an hour and a half ahead, then we go back.
I think it was an hour.
I don't know. I don't keep track.
We had something like this. We go ahead for a bit, we report back, and head back out.
Yeah. So we'll let them know about the toads before
Big
they go.
toads, just scare them away.
There is a note.
Yeah, the first time you go back, they tell you that their caravan has been attacked by toads, but they have taken care of them, and more than that did not really happen.
Oh,
They didn't run away when you tried to scare them?
No, we just took care of them.
Told
We
you guys.
scared them away now, they will get the next traveler. Or follow the caravan ambushes at night. Who knows?
They're ambushers, toads?
They were literally sitting in ambush.
They were sitting on the roads, just
No, they were sitting next to the road,
yeah.
waiting in ambush. That was kind of the point. Anyway, next time, let's just kill them, please.
sure.
Bleeding hearts.
Is there anything specific you want to do on your way?
Look out for bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, if we've been warned about critters, like, try and pay attention to critter populations around, and particularly pay attention to irregular numbers or different variations, so we can study what we're gonna encounter.
Also,
Right.
Nix will possibly, like, if he gets a spider on a web, kind of try to tangle it in front of Ori's face. Probably.
It's only one.
Ooh.
You will find one somewhere along the way.
Awesome.
Elise does not believe that Ori is gonna get scared of this.
All right.
It's so cute. Is it your pet?
Eh. Maybe. No.
Let's call him
It's-
Harry. Or is it a she?
Nix is dumping the spider.
Harry is very suitable for a spider.
Right.
Harry the spider.
You make your way onwards. You might all make me a perception check.
18.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. It's another natural 20. Another-
13 plus 6, sorry, I'm bad at math. 19.
4A.
27. Oh,
All right.
it's 19.
Yeah, I went 13 to 19.
I went 11 to 18.
Ori, and at least you keep a close eye out. You notice most of things. The critters that you can see do not seem to be there in disproportional amounts.
Good.
Or peculiar variations.
No, also no
Okay.
peculiar variations. Nix, you notice that when you get to one of the 1,000 bridges that you cross here, because it's basically more water than land, so it's basically more bridge than just path.
Mhm.
One of them over what seems to be more of a pool of mud than necessarily a piece of water. It looks very strange. It looks very much like the middle of the bridge, that there's kind of a gap that seems to be disconnected from the rest of the bridge.
Guys, is that bridge? Is that a trap in the middle?
A gap by which the bridge seems to be disconnected?
Looks like a trap.
Yeah, there is a wooden bridge,
Mhm.
and then there is a part that seems to have been cut out, and then once again placed there. So it seems like it's just a normal bridge, but it's not connected to any part of the bridge.
Huh.
That's a trap, right?
Is it the bridge that also the caravan has to cross? Or
Yes, like you're traveling now. This is the only path around.
Okay, at least we have to fix it.
Should we maybe trigger it from a distance? See what happens. I mean, you're good with a bow.
You're good with throwing things.
I can
Throw a
shoot
rock.
it.
Yeah, but I'm not good at throwing heavy stuff. We need a decent impact.
All right.
I mean, the other option would be that I actually go and stand on it and teleport away as it gives way, but it seems like a bad idea.
Guys, no. Also, if it's a trap, it might be an ambush, so keep a watch out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nick is going to concentrate on I think a dex enhancement and shoot an arrow at.
All right, make me an attack roll.
No.
It's
No.
natural 20.
What?
It's my fourth. It's. I
All right.
don't even know.
With
wasting them.
extreme
Get the
precision, you shoot the piece of wood. You don't actually aim for it. You more like aim up, and it goes with a perfect arc. It lands like boom, in the piece of wood in the gap in the bridge, exactly in the middle.
Okay. Does anything happen?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just supposed to sink in the mud if somebody stands on it or something.
Do you want me to try and trigger it and teleport out?
Can we please look around first? Also, maybe there's something in the mud. How about that?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, you may all make me another perception check.
Nope.
Finally.
12.
Total.
I am going to spend a point of inspiration. This is an excellent roll, but I'm going to up it because this seems like worth it.
All right.
So that's a natural 21.
Okay, with your dice together, yeah.
Yeah, natural 21 for a 28.
All right. And what did you have, Nix?
18 total.
18. Nix and Ori, you don't really notice anything in the surrounding area. Alice, you also don't notice anything around, but you do notice that there seems to have been something that was built next to the gap in the bridge. Like someone has placed a trap that would trigger. They're like pieces of. They're not quite string, but they're more pieces of vine. That you would step on if you were to go around the gap in the bridge.
Ah.
Right. So.
Burn the vines, cut the vines.
So maybe the trap is supposed to be noticed?
So we got a second trap for the people who know the trap.
The second part is definitely a trap. The vines, do they look flammable?
Not particularly. They're very wet.
We're just cutting them?
Can try and
That will also likely trigger it, and whatever is lying in wait isn't there. There's no.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot one of the vines for now.
Right?
Are you applying
attack
like
roll.
fire strike to it?
I might as well.
Because
I don't
that
think it's
seems like a
really-
good idea.
Don't think it's very necessary on a vine, but sure.
Wet's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can hit it. Let's see. That is gonna be a dirty 20.
All right, yeah, that's fine. You shoot it, and it gives way, and you hear a shoot sound, and you see that a what looks like it's not quite clear what it looked like, but something comes flying out from the side and lands in a tree opposite of it.
Huh.
Take a look, see if anything moves as a result of the trap being triggered. In
No,
particular,
no.
towards our sides.
Yes,
Like-
perception check.
Gonna go into that.
I'm not spending a point of inspiration.
And I rolled 24.
You see two creatures move, but they are your friends.
Ah,
Okay,
right. Was this trap now sprung then?
I guess there could be more to it, but probably not. What actually flew into the trees over there?
It seems to have been kind of a needle.
Ah,
Needle. Okay.
Yes.
maybe poisonous or just annoying.
Try. Should we inspect it?
Let's see if there are more vines, because you shot one, maybe there are more of them.
Oh, yeah, there was another vine, right? There was one on both sides.
Can you shoot the other one too?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Sure. Well, that's not as good. That's gonna be 15 total.
You just managed to hit it, and it once again does trigger the trap. It the same thing happens, but now from the other side.
All right.
Kind of how far away are we from like the segment that is set in?
The segment that is
Like the segment that is loose.
Somewhere between 30 and 50 feet, I would say.
Alright, it means
Not extremely far away, not very close.
yeah. I kind of have the urge to teleport behind it. I'll turn to the others and say that like
I mean, you could generally try if you can walk across it and teleport back or further.
Yeah,
you want to try that?
sure.
Right, let's go. I'll go.
Do be careful.
Rapier in hand, I'll cautiously like trying every single plank. So taking small steps, being cautious.
If she's going up on the bridge, then Nix will definitely have walked up to the bridge at least,
All right.
standing ready with a bow.
Try every plank, and eventually like hitting my first foot on the segment that's supposed to be loose.
All right. You may make me a reflex save.
Ooh.
More vines?
I'm gonna spend a point for that. My reflexes is 7, so that gets me to a. Whoa, that's bad. I am spending 2 points of inspiration for this.
Damn, is that bad?
I rolled a 6, so this becomes a 16.
That's pretty
Reflex is my one good save, but
All right. Yeah, it's mostly because you know that it is here. That really does help. That makes that you can just step in, because there's this tiny moment of like security, of confidence when you step on it and it doesn't give way right away. You're like, okay, this might actually be fine. And you put a little bit more weight on it, and suddenly it gives way. And you just manage to withdraw in time as you see that this piece of the bridge collapses. It seems that it had been resting on a couple of thick but weak vines. And instead of just seeing mud straight below it, someone has created a hole that is about 10 foot deep. And has the walls of the hole are covered in what seem to be still living vines. That kind of creates some sort of webbing that holds back the mud.
I was just sort of looking over the edge, just like, found a hole, and then just sort of start looking around, like, what else is moving? Like, these plants are moving inside, or what?
No,
they're not moving.
They're
Right.
just alive.
It
doesn't mean they're moving.
Yeah, exactly. It means they're not dead and not flammable.
All right.
That last one is
So that's
very
a
important.
alchemist fire.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Do you throw an alchemist fire?
No.
Okay.
Not wasting my precious alchemist fire on an empty hole.
All right.
Okay, we might have to fix this bridge.
Fuck you, nature.
No, that's what bolt lightning is for fuck you, nature.
For fixing the bridge? Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Nothing else has started moving?
No, not as far as you can see.
We're gonna fix a bridge or something. Try. Not
Maybe
sure
we
if we have
can
the
get
tools.
back, get some planks,
necessary
get
for
some
this.
tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was expected that some bridges here in this location
Yeah.
needed to be fixed. So there are supplies and planks and such, but they are at the caravan. They're not
mostly
right here with you now.
Let's. We're expecting a monster here. There is a trap here. Let's first secure the area.
It's mostly I want to see what happens if we venture a bit further.
Yeah. We should check it out first. And
does any one of you have like a bit of lunch on you?
Lunch?
Ooh.
I don't know, like dry jerky,
I
something.
think Nyx would have some.
Yeah.
Some fish,
sure.
probably.
Are you capable of dropping it down this hole?
No.
You get some back.
I wouldn't
in the
want to do
caravan.
that. It's my food.
I know, but it is organic matter that might have been shot into unconsciousness.
Sure. Here. Go ahead. Some dried fish. Yeah.
For what it's worth, I also think it's a waste that I have to drop it down the hole, but I prefer it this over you. Or me. Or Ori.
Yeah.
Or anyone on the caravan and drop the fish.
You wouldn't be talking like this. It was one of your books.
If it was one of my books that would trigger this.
There now lies a piece of dried fish in the mud at the bottom of this hole.
That's just a waste.
Maybe can I?
No.
Can I teleport down and back up? Get it?
You
No.
can. Are you going to?
5-second rule, guys.
It didn't react to that.
Don't.
Sorry. Yeah, I am going to do that.
All right.
Teleport to the bottom
Oh boy.
and
You,
instantly teleport back out.
yeah, and I assume in between grab the piece.
Yeah, like get into a crouching position. I know where I'm gonna get it, so boom, 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 boom,
All right.
as fast as I can.
You now have a piece of dried fish.
Mud on it.
It is extremely muddy.
Sorry.
This is very muddy.
You can clean that.
Nyx will try and clean it anyway.
Right.
But venture a
Using
bit
nearby
forward.
water or just
Some
it off.
water from a water skin or something.
All right.
Venture a bit forward because if there's a trap here, then probably the one who set the trap is nearby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we should,
that's what I'm thinking.
look
That's
I want to look for tracks actually.
All right. Make me a survival check.
It's a natural
No.
one. I think I'm just busy with my fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get across the gap? Is it big or can we just jump?
We can walk around it, actually. Pretty sure.
Yeah, like you can walk around the bridge. Like there is a clear path here.
Mm-hmm.
The area around it will probably not be too bad to travel through.
All right.
I will
Especially as
teleport
you-
across the gap.
Especially if you like stick to the places where the land is dry.
Also, I'm pretty
it
sure
should
we
be
can
fine.
walk around the hole in the bridge as well, right? I mean, there were
Yeah.
traps there. So,
Yeah, somebody must have set them.
and also you have to be able to walk around it to be able to trigger the trap. So I'm assuming it's walkable. So we can just cross the bridge.
Yeah.
And also,
You
look
can
around.
just cross the bridge.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Nix is busy with his fish, so you guys will have to
Cross to the other
go ahead,
side.
go take a look.
I mean, I'm bad at survival, so that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for any form of motion and watching my feet, because I am definitely sticking on the bridge. Like,
No, I
teleporting
think
across
I'll
the gap.
check out mostly if there's a vantage point from where you can see the trap or anything else that can
That's my
lead to.
That
That's
sounds
wise.
more like a.
Tree.
Ooh, that would be an investigation check. Because it's not so much. It's not so much perception, because you're not looking. You are looking for such a spot, but it's not whether you can see it. It's whether you can determine if that spot would be a good Overwatch position.
Yeah.
15.
15.
Please ask Elise to help.
There is one part of the bushes a bit ahead
Mm-hmm.
that seems to be a quite sheltered place between two larger trees, and like with kind of bushes in front and the tree leaves above, that is kind of makes this single hole.
Uh-huh.
So it's covered at all sides, but you can still see what is going on at the bridge.
I just keep an eye on it and say, hey, Alice, if you set a trap, you wanted to see if someone sprang it, right?
Depends on what the kind of trap is. If it doesn't seem to act autonomously.
Humor me.
If
Humor
what's in
me.
that needle doesn't kill anything, yes, I'd want to see.
Oh, and then does that spot there not fit a perfect description for a place like that to see? Still keeping my eye on the spot.
You may make me an investigation check.
He said to the investigator.
I rolled a natural 4 for a 16.
All right. Yeah, you come to the same conclusion as Ori, except 1 point better.
I think you're right, and more.
I think you're extra right.
I mean,
Nix is eating the fish.
All right. Make me a Constitution save. Fortitude save.
Sure.
That one. That's
a 21.
Shit.
All right, you're fine. It doesn't taste great, but you know,
these days you're used to
still
better.
fish.
Even if it's bad, it's still fish.
So what do you want to do with that bush?
Check out carefully or check out very, very loudly.
I was asking you that same question. You're the one at the front for going in loudly.
Let me handle this. And I will use my glamour, as I did last time, to create glamour over myself.
All right.
Sort of stop Nix next to me.
What?
Is it something that you concentrate on?
I think I have to spend a spell point. I'm not sure if I have. I don't think I have to. No, it's not a duration of concentration up to 1 minute per caster level. It says this effect has a duration of concentration up to 1 minute per caster level.
Yeah, so you need to concentrate on it.
Okay, that's fine.
And it lasts 1 minute per cast level. And probably it also says somewhere that you can spend a spell point to allow it to happen without concentration.
Yes, may have to have the effect last for 1. Yeah. So spending a spell point, so I don't have to concentrate on it.
Yeah.
And just very slowly take a look.
Yeah,
Alright.
Trying not to hit any bushes along the roads.
I'm concentrating on
Yeah,
it.
sure. Make me a perception check.
Right. 19.
Ooh. You kind of look through this gap. You cannot see anything in there, but you can quite clearly see that there's kind of a path that leads further back. And there are footprints there. Kind of relatively deep, muddy footprints of what seems to be like a kind of a twisted version of a leg.
Huh.
It kind of looks like a four-toed feet, but not quite.
Okay.
Any traps in the bushes if you have to get there?
And not from what you can see.
All right, then I'll head back. And I think I can just willfully stop it, right?
Probably.
And then just appear again. Footprints.
Oh.
Very clear footprints.
Let's go check them out.
Like, clear enough that they might be intentionally left for someone who wants us to follow them?
I mean,
Or-
the spot is relatively well hidden. And if
That's true.
someone really wanted to follow, they would have made the prints before this bush.
Let's go have a look.
Last check. Are the needles still in the trees?
They seem to be, yes.
I mean,
That's
if you guys are pretty good tree climbers and jumpers, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You might want to have the high ground if there are more traps on the ground.
Sure.
Maybe, but it's... Yeah. Might be good. Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep concentrating on a dexterity enhancement.
All right.
And head up into the tree.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Move
I'm
through
gonna-
the trees.
And I'm gonna
Yeah,
follow the
footprints.
footsteps. Yeah.
Who's gonna go first?
Ori.
Orgrim is on land, so
Right.
Yeah.
and we're following him in the trees.
And I think I have the best view on the footprints, so you're mostly also following me.
Mhm.
Right.
Swords out.
Ori, you kind of push aside these bushes
Mm-hmm.
and step into the place where you saw these footprints before.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly you feel something on your foot. And before you quite realize it, you're hanging upside down on a rope that probably would have grabbed on 2 feet of someone who was not large size, but you're now hanging there, 1 foot in the air, not quite upside down, but you're more very uncomfortably, like the floor comes to about here, but then the other way around.
Swords in hand. Oh, this is annoying.
Shoulder on the floor.
Oh, you can reach that. Probably.
I can probably reach it, right? And then cut it down.
You make me an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you just cut through the rope.
That's a kind of a waste of a natural 20, but...
You are now very muddy.
Nix is laughing at you. After it, nobody, at least as long as nobody's attacking at the same time.
Yeah, no one seems to be attacking.
Then I'm laughing
Okay.
at you.
I'm slightly more annoyed at this thing. want to kill it even more. And keep following the footprints.
All right,
I
you
would like
follow.
to get ahead of
Yeah.
Ori a little bit. In the trees, but like get a little bit ahead.
All right. Ori, you follow the footprints. It goes about like 5 feet or so further on when it makes a turn, and after the turn, the footprints just end. It's not that there is now water where they get into. It's still the same kind of land, but the footprints just stop.
Look up, see if it could have reached a tree or anything.
I mean, there are trees around, so it probably could have climbed a tree.
Print stops. Thing is tricky, alright.
I want to look at if there's muddy footprints or anything on the tree or the tree branches near the place where it disappears.
Perception check.
That's a 14.
There don't seem to be any.
I would like to rack my brain for these traps, this setup of traps, anything that we know about this creature, if it sounds familiar. If I might have read anything about it.
Knowledge monster.
Come on, a good roll. That is very cocked. That is a natural 20, though. Or a
Wow.
32. Because I rolled a 1 and a d6.
Today.
Anything that would help us find it, mostly.
Those fines seem like something that would be, since we're still alive. That seems like something that would actually tell us something about this creature, possibly. All right.
This thing is very, very tricky.
But then again, I think, yeah, it might just not be possible, especially if this creature is so tricky and trying to be.
The thing is that it's the only thing that it reminds you of is a few entries that you have read somewhere before that were about the monster of Cold Marsh. It very much seems to be a one-of-a-kind thing.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Okay.
It makes sense. I was already expecting it to be just the monster of the Cold Marsh, since that's
at least
supposed to be this area.
Yeah, I will teleport down next to Ori. At least he's clearly getting frustrated.
Something that you now do realize about it is that it is known to leave false tracks. You also know what is perhaps a very important quality that it has, which is something that people do not quickly expect. It can swim, and it can burrow. Which means that while most people would look around, would look up to see and find something what is hidden,
as Ori is doing,
this creature hides below.
Do you relay this information that it can?
At least teleports down next to Ori. Okay, clearly it is leaving false tracks that we're following. It probably just burrowed down and left, and I think we need to start trying to piss it off.
Nyx is going to transform into an earth elemental.
Can you burrow?
I can burrow. I can also get tremor sense. 20 feet.
Hey.
It's only 20 feet though. So I'll just move around. And this won't last very long. This transformation. But I'm going to try and see if there's anything hidden in the anything moving in the ground. I wonder what I look like as an earth elemental.
You notice that something seems to be kind of... there is something that sometimes comes close. That seems to be kind of swimming. And sometimes it stops. And then moves on again. You may make me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 23. I rolled pretty well.
All right. You can see that every now and again, you can see this moment when it stops. You look at the place where you last noticed it, and you can see that in a rather thin pond of water, the earth seems to move ever so slightly, and you see a little bit of green, and then two pairs of eyes, two pairs of entirely black glazy eyes seem to open there. And then they
Okay.
close again and it moves away.
Just for your
Right.
information, Elise does speak Terran.
I don't think I can speak actually.
Dang it.
As an earth
In this
elemental.
shape. I can point.
So do you?
Let me check that. I don't think I can speak. Oh no! Wait, I can.
You can speak. You can.
Oh, yeah, I
you
can
can actually also just speak your normal languages.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Actually, you can speak, but you cannot point.
Oh,
Yeah, right. I don't have hands. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
You
Okay,
just have
then-
these big, rough limbs. You can kind of like point a limb at it, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Okay, I'm seeing it. It's over there. It was over there. It's swimming. It's swimming through the earth. It's got like
Put a
black
stick
eyes
in
looking
his
out of it.
hand.
I'm gonna try and chase it. Yeah. See if I can
Right.
Right.
chase it down.
take my gun out and wait till Nix points it out, and if he points something out, then I
On
shoot
point.
Nick starts chasing. Let's go.
That sounds like a point to roll initiative.
it.
So
Okay.
that sounds like this is where I'm going to end the session for today.
I rolled! I rolled!
Fair enough.
I rolled again next time.
We'll roll
Too
next.
early.
Too early.
Your
Alright.
initiative roll on your initiative roll was a little bit too
Oh.
high.
We'll get it next session.
You said roll for
Oh,
initiative.
damn, Trixie.
No. I said that would be a point to roll for
That's
initiative.
fair. That's very
Did
fair.
I say the words? Did I clearly state to you roll for initiative?
No,
I don't think it
we
is.
actually
Or-
had this same thing in our session where I
Yeah.
GM.
It's
I didn't
annoying when people roll for initiative when they shouldn't roll for initiative.
I didn't use the words at all.
Cool. Anyway,
Anyway,
that is where we will end today's session. We
Yeah.
will be back with another session next week.
we're going
Hopefully.
to shoot the ground and kill this fucking thing because it put
Yeah,
a
it'll
rope
come back
around
again
my
anyway.
It's just trolling you.
I know, and I hate it for it.
It's
I'm gonna
trolling
shoot
it,
it.
but I mean, the trash with the needles, that's pretty mean though. So
It trolled me. I'm going to shoot it.
Cool. Goodbye. We're leaving now before this degrades into something worse.
Escalate.
You're right.
all right.
Bye bye.
Next week. Bye.